How do you use pipe and gap hitting zones in volleyball? Imagine catching your opponent off guard with a quick, sharp attack that they just can't anticipate. That's the power of using pipe and gap hitting zones in volleyball. These advanced offensive plays are key to breaking down tough defenses and creating scoring chances. So how exactly do you make these zones work for your team? Let's break it down. First, the pipe attack is a back row hit from zone 6, which is the middle back part of the court. Usually, an outside hitter or sometimes the opposite hitter runs through the middle of the court to hit a set that is delivered behind the front row middle attacker. The set for the pipe is typically placed about 1.5 to 2 meters off the net. This distance allows the hitter to jump from behind the 3-meter line, avoiding faults and making quick, sharp attacks. The idea is to hit at a fast tempo, either hard or with a quick tip, to catch the blockers off balance. Timing and communication between the setter and hitter are essential here. The setter needs to deliver the set just right so the hitter can jump and attack without fault. Because the pipe often faces fewer blockers, it becomes a very efficient way to score points. Coaches love to use the pipe to keep the middle blocker honest, open up space for the outside and middle hitters, and create confusion for the defense. Varying the tempo and style of the pipe attack keeps the blockers guessing and makes your offense more unpredictable. Now, the gap hitting zone targets the space between two blockers, usually between the middle and the right side blocker. This attack is often set with a quick, moderate height set called a 31 or rip set. The set is aimed at the seam or gap, about 10 feet from the sideline. The goal is to hit the space where the blockers are less likely to be covering effectively. Executing a gap attack requires precise setting so the hitter can hit the seam cleanly. It's a bit more difficult than a standard attack but very effective against spread-out blocking schemes. The gap attack can be combined with other plays like the gap go, where the middle hitter attacks the gap while the outside hitter attacks elsewhere. This overloads the blockers, forcing them to choose whom to cover and creating openings for your team to exploit. In an offensive system, incorporating pipe and gap attacks adds a lot of variety and makes your offense harder to read. The pipe is especially useful when the pass isn't perfect, giving your team a reliable back row attack option. The gap attack works well with quick sets and can exploit splits in the block, especially when the blockers are focused on quick or outside hits. Using both zones together can overload the defense, forcing them into tough decisions and creating one-on-one hitting situations. Coaches drill these plays to improve timing, communication, and flexibility in tempo and placement. When executed well, pipe and gap hitting zones can turn the tide of a rally and keep your offense dynamic and unpredictable. So, mastering these zones is all about precise setting, sharp timing, and smart placement to keep your opponents guessing and open up scoring opportunities.